One's made in the East and one is made in the West. But which one of these is truly the best? I'm Vince from Haggerty's Music, and today we're going to be comparing an Eastman T64 up against an Epiphone USA Casino. Now, we're doing this comparison for two main reasons. Number one is that they're both similar style guitars. They're a hollow body guitar with P90 pickups. And number two, they come at drastically different price points. The T64 retails for about $21.99, whereas the Epiphone USA Casino retails for a chill $34.99. So it kind of begs the question, how do they compare to one another? Let's get into it. Like I just mentioned, these guitars are very similar. Here's what they have in common. They both have 22 frets. They both have a 12-inch radius and a 24 3/4 inch scale length. They both have a laminate maple body, and they both have dog ear style P90 pickups. There are differences between these guitars, however. For example, the Eastman has a maple neck, whereas the Casino has a mahogany neck. There's a Bigsby tailpiece on the Eastman and a trapeze tailpiece on the Casino. The Epiphone also has a slightly larger body than the T64, so if comfort of playing is really important to you, that can make a big difference in selecting between the two guitars. And the country of origin. The Eastmans are made in China, and this is made in the good old US of A. More specifically, this run of Casinos was actually made in the Gibson factories in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's find out if there's an overall difference in playability, feel, and just general quality, and see what we can find out. So, pros and cons of the Eastman T64. We'll start with the pros. Number one is neck feel. I think I prefer the neck on this guitar as compared to the Casino. I'm not a big gloss neck fan, and my hands get a little clammy when I play. So this feels a lot smoother, and I think the shape of the neck just fits my hand a little bit better. The other thing is the resonance of this instrument. It's wonderful. Like, I don't have to plug this guitar in to know it's a good sounding guitar. It has a surprising amount of low end, and it's great for couch playing. If I want to practice my electric guitar, I can actually hear it right in front of me, and I don't have to wake my wife up in the middle of the night with my amplifier. I do have a couple of criticisms for the Eastman. Number one, I think between the two guitars, this one came out of tune just a little bit more often. Now, I think that has something to do with the Bigsby tailpiece. When you really are aggressive on the bar, it can knock things out of tune. And I don't want to make it sound like this guitar doesn't hold a tune. It actually holds a tune very well. I was playing pretty aggressively earlier, and it was coming right back to pitch, no problems. But I think compared to the Casino, it happened just a little bit more frequently. So that's something to consider. The other criticism I had was just reaching up into the higher registers of the neck. Now, with these styles of guitars, it's not the easiest thing in the world to reach up to the 22nd fret, but I think compared to the Casino, I was able to get to higher notes with the Casino than I was with the Eastman. It feels like my hand is just blocked off a little bit earlier. And I'm a lead guitar player. I like to play in the higher registers, so that is something that matters to me. Overall, I think this is a really, really good guitar. From how the neck feels to how the body shape is, it sounds wonderful. And I should mention this quickly, between the two guitars, this guitar's pickups seem to sound a little hotter. We had the amp settings identical for both guitars, and when I was playing through the Eastman, it had a little bit more grit and bite behind it, which I really liked. It reminded me of like the classic 60s rock and roll sound. It just had a little bit of extra drive, which I really preferred. If you think you like a softer tone or something a little bit more on the clean side, maybe the Casino would be your pick. But I do think the pickups on this are really, really nice. It's a great guitar. Anyone would be happy to get this one. And pros and cons of the Epiphone Casino. First one, I think I prefer the body shape of the Casino just a little bit more. Having the larger bout up here really makes me feel like I have more control with my right hand when I'm playing the instrument, and makes me feel like I have a more stable playing position. The other pro is the fact that it's made in a Gibson factory. This is an expensive guitar, so if I'm going to be investing this much money into an instrument, I want to be able to have that reassurance that I'm getting something of quality value and has quality parts. And knowing this is made in the same factory that the Gibson Les Paul, the Gibson ES335s, and the SGs are made really lets me know that there's good hands behind making these instruments. It's very important to me. Some criticisms I have of the Casino are, one, like I mentioned earlier with the Eastman, this has a very glossy neck. I get clammy hands when I play, so the glossy neck can sometimes get really sticky with my hands and I can't move as smoothly. And even though I know my money is going towards a quality instrument, I still think the overall price of the guitar is something I'm going to critique a little bit. The Eastman is a very, very similar guitar in terms of overall tone and feel and style, and it's $1,300 cheaper. Now, if you're the type of player that, trusts their investment when they're buying a guitar and you don't need the reassurance that it's made in a quality factory in the United States, then you could save that extra $1,300 to get a brand new amplifier and some pedals. So $3,500, like, I know I'm getting a great instrument. Like, this is phenomenal. I love playing it. But knowing I can get the Eastman for $1,300 cheaper really does play a factor in which one I might purchase later down the road. But the real important question is this. What did you think? Leave a comment below and let us know your opinions. Overall, I think both of these guitars are just phenomenal. Anybody would be super happy to own either one. However, if you're the type of person that wants that reassurance, that made in America quality, and the safe play that you're getting something good for the money, the Casino is probably going to be the best option for you. But if you want to be surprised, if you want to be absolutely astounded at what China can do when it comes to making a guitar, you need to give the Eastman a chance. You need to play one and give it a consideration. They are not getting the attention they deserve. They are phenomenal makers of guitars. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.